Police officers, what outlaw actually blew your mind with their sheer operational genius? Running the graveyard shift in Austin, Texas, I was assigned to a bizarre string of commercial break-ins targeting predatory medical supply companies. But this crew wasn't hunting for untraceable cash or expensive narcotics. They were hitting the secure impound warehouses, and they only ever liberated heavily used, highly specific medical inventory. The pattern drove our entire precinct absolutely insane for 3 months. A corporate warehouse would get completely bypassed, alarms deactivated, security patrols avoided, and the owners would report missing items that made 0 cents for a black market fence. One night, it was a pediatric customized wheelchair. The next week, it was a portable oxygen concentrator with anime stickers all over it. Another time, it was a specialized braille reading device. They ignored crates of brand new, shrink-wrapped MRI parts worth hundreds of thousands of dollars just to swipe battered, secondhand mobility aids. We finally caught our ghost at 2:14 a.m. On a rainy Tuesday in October. A patrol unit pulled over a rusted 1998 Ford F-150 for a busted taillight near Interstate 35. Under a tarp in the truck bed was a specialized mechanical hospital bed that had been reported stolen an hour earlier from a debt collection holding facility. When I walked into the precinct holding area, my jaw hit the floor. The mastermind was Marcus Vance. He was a 64-year-old retired pediatric oncology nurse who volunteered at the downtown community center. I had personally watched him organize charity bake sales. We put him in interrogation room B. Marcus sat there in a faded flannel shirt and work boots, completely unbothered, sipping the terrible station coffee. "So, Marcus," I started, sliding a photo of the stolen hospital bed across the metal table. "Care to explain the heist?" He looked me dead in the eyes, entirely devoid of fear. "That bed belongs to a 9-year-old girl named Maya," he said quietly. "She has advanced muscular dystrophy. Her mother works 2 jobs, but missed exactly 1 rental payment of $85.50 because her transmission blew. The corporate repo team showed up with a sheriff's deputy yesterday and took the bed right out from under her. My partner pulled up the corporate seizure logs. Marcus was right. Every single item he had liberated over the past 3 months matched a repossession order for a critically vulnerable patient who had fallen slightly behind on exorbitant rental fees." Marcus reached into his jacket and dropped a leather-bound ledger on the table. "I have 47 more names on that list," he said. "People who are suffocating, people who can't leave their living rooms. I'm not stopping until the list is empty." My partner and I stood in silence. We had the hospital bed in the evidence bay. We had the body cam footage of the traffic stop. We had his written ledger mapping out the security blind spots of 3 more corporate warehouses in the district. It was an open and shut felony grand theft case that would put a retired nurse in federal prison for a decade. I looked down at the ledger, then over at my partner, who was staring intently at the ceiling camera. I grabbed my thermos of heavily sugared black tea and completely fumbled it, pouring 30 ounces of sticky liquid directly over the open ledger. "Man, I am so clumsy," I muttered, watching the ink violently smear into illegible blue puddles. "Looks like our primary evidence is completely destroyed." My partner nodded slowly. "Yeah, and it's a real tragedy that our dashcam server experienced a massive, unrecoverable data wipe at exactly 2:10 a.m. today. Guess we have nothing to hold you on, Mr. Vance." We handed him his keys and told him to fix his taillight. The burglaries never stopped. Actually, they escalated. Every few weeks, a predatory medical supplier would find their chain-link fences, expertly cut and specific life-saving equipment vanished into the night. We could never quite manage to find any usable fingerprints. 8 months later, I was standing at the pharmacy counter, staring in absolute dread at a $1,200 out-of-pocket charge for my mother's new heart medication. My insurance had suddenly denied the coverage. As I was trying to figure out which credit card to max out, the pharmacist paused, looked at her screen, and smiled. "Actually, a local anonymous charity fund just cleared the balance," she said, handing me the bag. Stapled to the receipt was a small, grease-stained piece of paper. Written on it in familiar blue ink was a single sentence: "Consider the list complete."